Thank you, Matilda. Now we go to the second keynote, the important role of hydropower development in the European safe energy transition. As I said, it will be Anna Maria, sorry, it will be Anna taking, Anna Paula, sorry, Anna Paula developing this keynote.
Thank you. Well, I'm addressing the important role of hydropower development in the European safe energy transition, and I will deep dive. I don't know if, and I will get into a deep dive of what. No, it's not working. I don't think. And now? Yes? Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. Well, as I was saying, I will address the role of hydropower in Europe, but also get a deep dive of what EDP is doing in aligned with the role of hydropower. And I'm starting with how is hydroelectricity in Europe? Well, hydro, in spite of the drop in Europe in the last year, hydropower generation accounted for 10% of the electricity production. So we are talking about a big percentage taking in account of the weather in the last year. And what makes hydropower special? We heard it before. We heard it in the two presentations before, but what I want to say is we have very much main strengths in the sector, starting by the mature technology with high efficiency, because generally we exceed 80% of efficiency. We have high flexibility and availability, it's also already said before, ensuring supply during peak demand. It's an important role of hydro. We have a long lifespan, typically more than 50 years of lifespan. It's important too, but it's a challenge for investors. The storage capacity, it's very important and already mentioned it, not only for energy, of course, for energy is very important, but for water, the consumption of water mostly have the reservoirs of our dams. And these lead to multi-purpose benefits of reservoirs and dams that need to be addressed and more aware in the public, in all public. We have the lowest ozone layer depletion indicator and the highest energy return on energy invested ratio, that is also important, and the lowest pressure on mineral resources. And we are amongst the lowest water footprints during construction and manufacturing. On top of that, we have knowledge, and knowledge was also addressed here today. And EU is a leader in scientific research, technological innovation, and market development. We have many knowledge. Of course, it's a mature technology, and the knowledge is here. And what we believe is current key drivers from the hydro. There are four sets of key drivers for us. The affordable energy, because despite the large initial investment, we all know that it's capital intensive. Hydropower allows affordable energy over its lifespan. As I said before, it's a large lifespan. The dispatchable energy, hydropower can be dispatched to meet daily fluctuation in demand, even from some run-of-river plants, and we have very much of that in Douro River in Portugal. Secure renewable electricity, as I already said, as a mature technology, hydroelectricity is a secure source, and even considered the climate, the annual hydrologic variation that are a challenge for us. And of course, and last one key driver that is important to, very important now and will be more in future, is the storage, because hydropower allows for long, medium and short-term storage. This is important, this wide, long, medium, short-term storage, and is the most widely used technology for storage worldwide. So, what challenge can we take on? We have a set of three challenge in the mix of electricity. Intermittent renewable generation, of course, is the first one that we set here. Hydropower assets can complement a large amount of renewable electricity from intermittent resources into the system, because particular when we have solar and don't have solar, we have wind and don't have wind, ensuring the balance between supply and demand too. The second set is avoid curtailment and storing energy, because pumped storage hydro will play, we all believe, it will play a crucial role in seasonal energy storage. And we believe also that it will avoid curtailment and ensuring a security of supply in the most critical periods. We are looking at the late autumn and early winter, where the challenge is in top. Ensures electrical system stability. Why? Because among renewables energy, hydroelectricity is a technology with the greatest capacity to guarantee voltage control and inertia for the system, for the electric system. And last, due to technology, quick response capacity and reliability, hydro can guarantee stability to the system, as we all know, avoiding blackouts or allowing the black start, as was mentioned earlier too. As said in San Jose Declaration on Sustainable Hydropower is a clean, green, modern and affordable solution to climate change. Going forward, the only acceptable hydropower is sustainable hydropower, because we know that it has impact. Hydropower has impact also. And green energy, innovation, sustainability are EDP choices and strategic commitments. We have these three pillars: the green energy, the innovation, and we will address further in next slide. Now, what I want to say is that hydropower is part of solution. It's not part of any problem. It's really part of solution. And how are we addressing this in EDP? We are investing in mitigating and minimizing environmental impacts of our assets. We know that they have environmental impacts, of course. We have to be transparent about that. We are creating knowledge, and knowledge is very important. We also spoke about knowledge previous, and critical thinking in several areas with the study and investment, and we are investing a lot is in circular economy, reservoir sedimentology with the academy, river continuity, environmental and ecological flows, and strategic water reserves. We are trying to get more knowledge about this set of important topics, and we are addressing it with the academy. Furthermore, we are developing our own climate change adaptation plan. We address this as a plan, as a global plan. We call it Adapted for the Future. And it's focused on business impacts, nearby communities and territory. This plan is a tool that is focused on the climate change impact, of course, on the sector, and it's very important for the water management and complementary uses. We believe that we will address this matter differently in future, and we want to anticipate the management of water. Our approach to adapt for the future highlights the company's best practice, because it's a mature technology, as said before. Highest sustainability standards, stakeholder mobilization capacity, and the ability to create and share value, because we believe that hydro is very important, and we have to address it with more knowledge. And we are committed to the environment and to the communities that we operate. And so, because of that, how do we deal with this in the daily focus? As said before, we have 3 pillars: green energy, innovation, sustainability. These are our focus, or our daily focus. In the green energy, such as hydropower, to decarbonize the economy, we believe in that. Innovation as a way of anticipating and solving future problem and challenge. As I said before, a part of it is Adapt for the Future, our plan to look at the big picture. And sustainability, for us, sustainability is by design, and is our final focus, ensuring the future of the planet and next generation. And all we do is sustainability by design is our motto. Well, we have here 2 projects that I will address in the next slide. One project innovating in Alquiva Dam in the south of Portugal, and the pump storage reshaping that we are addressing in Alto Lindoso, that is in north of Portugal. In Alqueva, we put in generating floating solar farms in Alqueva Dam. It's a 5 megawatt project, the size of 4 football pitches, and produce enough to power 1,500 homes at 1/3 of the cost of gas-fired plant. This project is also an innovative, sustainable example, because, as I said, we are looking for sustainability by design, and we reduce the carbon footprint by 30% by incorporating cork composite instead of plastic. And cork is an important material in Portugal. Here is an image of what we are addressing in this project, and it's the first Portuguese hybridization project, and we believe that will be the first power plant to demonstrate the complementarity between the different sources of renewable generations. We are talking about hydro and PV, of course, and also storage, because we have pump and battery, and this is sharing one only grid connection point. The other project that I spoke about earlier is the pumped storage reshaping that we are doing in Lindoso. Lindoso was concluded in 92 of last century. It has 2 units, 2 turbines, and we are developing this idea of trying to replace one of the turbines with a pumped scheme. And why? Because reshaping investments lead to a significant reduction in capex, as we could know, due to infrastructure synergy, because we don't have to put a new reservoir, new tunnels, new plant caverns, new auxiliary equipment. We have a significant reduction of capex because of that. We made an inventory of this kind of projects, and of course, Alto Lindoso was the best one. The other one that you see here doesn't go for because it don't have economic figures. But Alto Lindoso is in the permit stage. Here we have a scheme of Alto Lindoso, and as you see here in this image in the bottom left, the only thing that we'll see in the end is the tree. It's the new intake for the pumped Otherwise, we don't need to do any other civil engineering works. And what do we need? For the last, hydropower is one of the main pillars of the EU energy transition, as said before. However, the hydropower sector will need to make further investments, and for this is absolutely crucial two things. I believe that it was said before, regulatory stability with a suitable and reliable and sustainable economic, political and legal investment framework, so that the investors can put the money in this type of production, of generation. And another point that for us is very important, because we have projects to put in place, is stability of process and requirements for addressing license speed. It's important because it's time-consuming and time to market difficult, and this speed is absolutely crucial. And now I have a video of Alqueva that I invite you to see.
Okay, thank you. It's working? Yes, okay. Thank you, Paula Moreira. No, yes, I'm sorry for the mix-up again. I didn't bring my glasses on stage, so I'm slightly younger than Hélène, but I still have my issues. So as a sum up, we see that hydropower is an affordable energy, dispatchable, secure and reliable, and allows a high storage, taking the words from Ana Paula. And so we come to the end of this session. I saw that many people have been taking notes, so I am sure we will have a lot of questions, or at least some of them, during the panel discussion that will take place later this morning. Now I would like to invite you to continue the discussion during our coffee break, so you are free to go. As a reminder, as we are running a bit late, I think if the organizers are over there, I would say that 15 minutes would be okay, so at 35 more or less. Thank you.